Welcome to another episode of Fitness Around Town. I am Jan Silverman, owner of Geneva Fit in Geneva. As the weather grows colder here in Chicagoland, there are not as many opportunities for organized fitness. But today I want to tell you about a popular winter race that I am particularly excited about here in the Tri-Cities area, the Snowflake Shuffle. Joining me to tell us more is the communications manager of TriCity Family Services, Michelle Rollins, and running coach and past president of the Fox River Trail Runners, Karen Willuweit. Welcome to you both.
Thank you, Jan.
Michelle, can you tell us a little bit about TriCity's Family Services, what your mission is, what you do on a daily basis?
Well, TriCity Family Services is a 50-year community provider of quality and affordable counseling and mental health services. So what is very, very unique about our agency is that we service children, teens, families, and community providers with, every realm of mental health counseling that could be needed. And the unique piece about my role and bringing an event such as the one that we are going to discuss, the Snowflake Shuffle, is that we do not turn anybody away based on need. So the fundraising dollars allow us to be able to have people come in our door who perhaps otherwise might not be able to get the help that they need, and it is so incredibly valuable.
I love that. And
Absolutely.
I really don't know a family that has not needed help in some form or another, whether from a relative or
Sure.
a professional. It's so necessary.
So valuable, and in this day and age, the mental health stigma is slowly starting to break down, and it is just truly, truly crucial what we do. So having an event such as the one that we will discuss and being able to raise the money to, again, allow us to help people in need is just so valuable.
Speaking of the event,
Yes.
tell us a little bit about the Snowflake Shuffle. How did it get started? I hear it's a big anniversary this year.
It certainly is. The Snowflake Shuffle now is going into its 10th anniversary. So this year will mark a decade of running this race, which began back in 2008. It has pretty much done many, many different layers of an event. It has gone from a 5K to a 5K and 10K. We are now back to the 5K element, and we really just love to see this become such a winter tradition. It is something that people look forward to. It grows by leaps and bounds. It may change venues, but one thing stays the same, and that is always having a lot of fun.
So where do the proceeds go from the Snowflake Shuffle?
Absolutely, all of the proceeds are there for helping our families in need. And again, it is a fun opportunity for people to fundraise. It gets people out of the house at a time of the year when, it definitely is not conducive to always wanting to be outdoors, but it gets people excited about the holidays. And again, that you are, whether you are just donating, whether you are running the race, as a contributor, as a sponsor, you are there for us.
So it is a winter race.
Right.
How did you choose December as a race date?
I will have to say, as somebody who did not start with the race back in 2008, I think that made us a very unique agency, because we were one of the very few, from what I understand, races that were run in December. And while there are some races that are starting to become a little bit more popular around the area, we still are probably one of the few. And I think people they love that whole family-friendly piece to it.
And having been there for the last few
Sure.
years, I would have to agree. It's a great family atmosphere.
Thank you.
One of the things I love about 5Ks is it's an opportunity for inexperienced or new runners, or even non-runners, people who will walk the 5K distance, 3.1 miles, to participate in a local race. And that's one of the reasons I asked Karen to be here today to talk a little bit about how you prepare to run a winter race. Can you talk a little bit about preparing, first of all, for a 5K? And secondly, kind of what do you wear? How do you prepare yourself for a potentially cold day?
Sure. Well, the Snowflake Shuffle is a great race, and lots of people in this area do it. I think for anybody new that's looking to run a 5K, picking one in December is probably something kind of special. You're going to want to find a training plan that's going to get you outside, because you don't want to show up on race day and just run a 5K.
Sure.
So you want to find a plan that's going to get you out, and you're going to be running a little bit, stopping, walking, and building yourself up into the 5K distance.
So the race is December 1st, and that offers the opportunity, or it could be a very cold day.
Yeah.
So what would you advise somebody who's new to running outside that they can do between now and December 1st to help prepare for the possibility of running in some very cold temperatures?
Sure. Well, I think the most important thing is to get outside right now. You need to get your body acclimated to the cold weather. You're going to get outside and immediately feel it in your lungs. You're going to feel it in your legs. You might feel some cramping if you're not used to it. So you just want to get outside and maybe run a couple minutes. Walk, run, keep doing that. There are plans you can follow. At this point with 2 weeks, you're going to want to take it easy if you're just signing up now. But it's not impossible to do if you have the right gear, if you're ready and you're feeling right. It could be a great day for a race.
So I'm going to just kind of talk about the running a little bit more. And Michelle, I've got some more questions for you about the race.
Okay.
But first of all, I know you and I both run all winter long. I tend to run double digits, not so much single digits, but there's a few kind of rules of thumb for dressing for a winter run. And I'm wondering if you could talk a little bit about how do you dress to go out and run in the cold?
Okay, well, I think the biggest thing that people need to be aware is you don't have to put on as many layers as you think you do. You're going to warm up pretty quickly. So even on a day like today where it's in the 30s, you can get away with wearing some running tights, a shirt, maybe a jacket, definitely hat, gloves, and you should be ready to get out the door at that point.
Okay, I remember reading something, and you probably know this right off the top of your head, but they say to dress for weather that's 15 degrees warmer. How many?
I usually
degrees?
go off at 20 degrees.
20 degrees warmer
So
than what it is outside.
On a 50-degree day, you can go out in shorts, I would think, because it's going to feel like it's 72 once you start running. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you. So let's go back to talking about the race a little bit, if you don't mind.
Not at all.
So it's December 1st,
Correct.
and where is it located?
This year, we have an all-new venue, so we will be at the Gunnar Anderson Forest Preserve. So for those of you who are in the community, it is right behind the Kane County Government Center. So it's along the Fox River Trail, very scenic, great opportunity again for runners and non-runners, something just absolutely beautiful and glorious. And if we have a few snowflakes fall, I think that would just add to the excitement.
To the
just a
atmosphere.
couple, though, just a couple.
And parking and everything else, is that online?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the race kicks off at 9 a.m.
Okay.
So that's the good starting point for everybody. We will do pre-race warm-ups, which, of course, Geneva Fit is a part of every year. And, of course, we're thrilled this year that you will be a sponsor as well.
I'm very excited about that. That's one of my favorite activities of the year.
Good.
So how do you sign up for this race?
Well, registrations will go up until the day of the race, and people can go to the race website, which is snowflakeshuffle.itsyourrace.com, or people are welcome to jump onto our website, which is www.TriCityFamilyServices.org. And on both sites, we do have the information. The cost to participate is $40 for adults, and then for children and teens, it is $30.
Okay.
And then for 5 and below, it is free. So
Oh,
it is
wonderful.
a wonderful opportunity. And we do see moms pushing strollers. We do see, the leash dogs are welcome on this terrain this year, which is nice.
Okay.
And, it's runners, it's joggers, it's walkers. It's a beautiful site for people who, again, just want to embrace winter, want to get into the holiday spirit, and just really have an opportunity to, again, support our mission.
Wonderful. Now, this is the 10th anniversary.
Correct.
And I have heard that you have some special things planned for this year.
We do. Again, being a community tradition, there are some parts of this race that will always be there. Of course, we love to have our traditional snowman, our character who's there to greet the children. And of course, we do get involved with the Kane County Cougars. Ozzy is a nice mascot touch who will be there to shake hands as well. We also invited Scott McKay from 95.9 The River.
Okay.
He's there to help spin the tunes and get the crowd excited with some holiday music.
Cool.
But then we also take it this year to a different place, and we want to make it super exciting. So, for example, we will have some live holiday music along the trail. Can't
how
specifically
fun.
say where, but we will bring in some holiday music and get people excited. Another exciting piece is that the Jolly Man himself, it's a busy time of year, but Santa is going to come back to our race. It's been a while, but he will be a part of the excitement as well. And we do have some exciting swag. If I have a chance to talk a little bit about the swag.
Please do.
Runners love their swag. So this year, instead of having the hoodies, which have been a great addition to the race, this year we're bringing in a quarter zip tech shirt,
Whoa.
custom finishers medals, which is going to be nice for everybody to go home with a little something.
Very nice.
We will have custom age awards this year, which has again been something that we did not have, and we think that for the 10th it's a great touch. And of course, everybody leaves with a goodie bag, so there's just, again, a very exciting piece to celebrating a decade.
So where do runners pick up their packets? Is that race day? Is it ahead of time?
They may go on the Friday night before. Dick Pond Athletics
Okay.
in St. Charles is where they will go, and it's between 1 and 7 p.m. for packet pickup. And then, of course, those who are not able to make it, we do allow people on the morning of the shuffle to show up. And one piece, Jan, that I didn't mention is that Gunnar Anderson is a forest preserve.
Okay.
So one interesting little tidbit is that everything this year is going to be outdoors. So at the completion of the race, we usually do an award ceremony, and we'll have hot chocolate and cookies and allow people a chance just to kind of unwind and get their results. And this year we're doing it all outdoors. So we will have a heated tent, and we will have a hot chocolate bar and cookies and just a really nice, again, outdoor type of family-friendly presence. And again, if the weather cooperates, which we always hope it will again allow us to create that atmosphere.
It sounds so festive.
Can't wait.
What a great
Can't
experience. I have heard so many people that were introduced to running by doing a 5K like this.
Sure.
So Karen, for somebody who maybe participates in the 5K and loves it and kind of gets the itch or the urge to do more running, what resources are available in the community for them? Where would you suggest they go to learn how to run?
Well, this is a great community for that. I started by running my first 5K, and that led into where I'm at today. There's so many different options. The local running stores always offer walk-to-run programs or a 5K to a 10K program. There's a lot of great running clubs in this area, including the Fox River Trail Runners, Performance Running. There's so many resources around here for people that run this race and decide that they really want to get into running and continue with it.
And what do they need? What would you suggest? Say somebody does the 5K, they go out in their old, whatever they wear to the gym. What do you think they need to really start running a running program or running more consistently or regularly?
The most important thing that you need always is to go get fitted for a pair of shoes. It's the first thing you should do always. And right here we've got 2 great running stores in the area. Go get fitted for a pair of shoes, and from there you can just take off.
Even though it could potentially be a cold day, something some people don't think about is the fact that they are sweating while they're running, even when it's cold out. So thinking about that nice warm tent and the hot chocolate bar, Karen, do you have some suggestions for anything people should do after the Snowflake Shuffle?
Absolutely. I think once you cross that finish line and you are going to be a little sweaty, you're going to want to go find some dry clothes. Hopefully you have some in your car. Go put on a sweatshirt, put on a jacket, and then come back and enjoy that hot chocolate and get a banana, some water, and have a good time at your event.
Sure.
Sounds great. I, for one, can't wait till December 1st. I want to thank you both for being here. I very much appreciate you taking the time out and what you're doing for the community. I'm Jan Silverman, and I look forward to seeing you again soon for more episodes of Fitness Around Town.